So today's workout, chest day, is a bit different because we got to get on base for this event a little earlier than normal. Kind of just getting through things. But also, I'm recording and talking on my first set versus my third or fourth set where I got a little pump. Looks intense. It ain't that. But in my chest workout, I do like some machines, dumbbells. I use a Smith machine and just the variations of the cables. And then I tie it off with some dips. Today's video, give people grace, man. And I know based on my theme and how I get to going and I get to yelling, it seems like I don't give people grace, but I do. Some people don't know no better, man. And then you got to acknowledge that like so quick to where it's just like, youngster. I got two signs in here, man. One of them is Dr. B's triple D mindset. If they haven't done it, don't ask them how to do it. Simply put. Now, why did I have all that on the sign? Because I got a lot of custom made signs in here, believe it or not. A little face that I had drew from a school project. So I put it on just different stuff. And I like it. And it's my garage where I pay my mortgage. And another one is, it says, message. Stop accepting criticism from people that you wouldn't turn to for advice. That's another one. Now, they both run along the same theme, but because of that, you got to be willing to give people grace. Because some people just ain't tried some stuff out here. And, man, some of your biggest critics haven't done any of it, haven't tried it. And they're just telling you why you should do something or shouldn't do something based off what they saw someone else doing. And they have the strongest of opinions as well. So that's a serious one for me. I always start off with incline because inclines is always tougher for me. Incline's tough. Second one is flat. Decline's always been a little easier. But that's why I start with that. Yeah, give them grace. Some people don't know no better. Some people weren't exposed to certain things. Like if you my age, if you 40s, mid 40s, we didn't have access to what we see in social media. So I can't be mad about what the youngsters have access to. We'll see them people doing them TikTok dances and we be like, man, shit's stupid. We know dang well we would have been doing them joints if we could have got paid to do them. So quit getting mad at people from doing that stuff. But also see other things. And I see how I used to see my grandfather just staring at people in the neighborhood, right? Just for doing certain things that he didn't do. And that, that was passed on to me. There's certain things that I see now, man, right? But I didn't do because the environment that I was in. We live in Eastlake. If you know anything about Eastlake in San Diego, it's kind of like a suburb. But we got Eastlake gangsters, man. Now, somebody that grew up in Long Beach, Compton, South Central, places I lived in the West Coast, I never thought that I would see that. And then when I first got to San Diego, I used to live in East Dago by FamMart. You know anything about that? Hey, over there by Skyline and stuff. So, by what is it? Green Cat Liquor, Brown, whatever that liquor store was off Imperial. I wasn't going over there like that because I grew up in that element. But when I see people, and you hear it around here, they blasting their music, shout out to them. Because where I grew up, when I did get a little sound system in my little Sentra, my Nissan Sentra, as soon as I got off the freeway, I would turn that music down. Because if people knew I had music in the neighborhood I lived in, I would wake up and it would be gone. Hey, the youngsters don't know, man. Yeah, give them grace, man. Now, that don't mean I'm just gonna let you come at me any type of way. I am always open to any type of insight or suggestions, but I gotta see what you're doing. I'm not just about to listen to your words. I used to get those on social media, and then I'm like, all right, well, valid point, and then I would go to somebody's profile page or whatever, and they didn't have nothing going on. I'm getting that on YouTube now. I had this one dude, he's like, they should do this, 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 and this. And then I go to his page and he had a couple of streaming joints up. And then I messaged him because I just found out, that's how old I am and out of touch I am, that you can message people on YouTube. I said, hey, bro, you got a different workout channel or something? He said, nah. Oh, okay, well, nah, youngster. So usually when I do flat, I warm up with the 90s, man. I ain't trying to show off and people like, man, all that heavyweight. That's just me. I used to be a monster back in my day. Not as much. That's why you notice I got these things on my elbow. Do I need them? Not really. But it's more like a mental security blanket type joint. But yeah, man. Youngsters, sometimes the youngsters don't know no better. And you got to put them on. You got to show them what's possible. And then move on with it. Motto behind that is simple. I am not going to put myself in a position to where I'm going to argue with you about something that I've achieved. Now, I say that. Don't take that as me thinking I'm better than you. But if I've achieved it and it worked out for me, there's no reason for me to, we're not about to fight about that. Because you're on one side of the fence and I'm on the other side. We'll just have that stalemate. And that don't mean we can't talk about other stuff, but that's just one of those things that we'll agree to disagree about. I don't think, like, I do a lot of cardio. I wouldn't advise people to do as much cardio as I do, but also know I got to get my body weight in and protein. Some people don't do that. So if you're out here running marathons and you don't get your protein up, you might be $120. I know I would. As long as I'm out there on them stairs, if I didn't get my protein in, I would be 99 pounds with the same size head. Stop sign status. Pez dispenser status. I said in a previous video that I was so glad when Rep came up with the newer version of this little leg roller joint. Now I can do decline, bench, the Smith machine. I'm glad the Smith machine had become cool because I've been using it for decades. I've been getting a lot of crap for using the Smith machine. And, youngster. That's why I used to tell people at 24-hour fitness, I'm using the Smith machine, and people are like, man, you know that ain't the same weight. Yeah, I know. Come on, man. Yeah, man. Able to get these decline presses in. If it is any rubbing, I'm sorry to all you YouTube editing experts out there. I don't be editing stuff like I should. Mic be rubbing, the video resolution be off. Doing look like Super Mario, man. But hey, get the information out there. I don't be looking at everybody's videos like that anyway. Like if it's like a good message, I just have it on. I'm using it to like listen to while I'm walking or something like that. So if you are looking at these for quality, to take a look at that, my smiling face. I would suggest you don't, man. And when you do hear that mic rubbing, just know, only reason I have it on because I got a mic on. So over the years, if you know, incline dumbbell was my go-to. Loved it. I was a monster on incline dumbbells. The issue is that I was coming back too low when I was doing the press instead of having my grip like this, making it a little bit more neutral, and then mess my shoulders up. So I went up until recently years without doing dumbbell incline, which has been a permanent fixture in my workouts. And I was able to see so much development, but I couldn't do it. Hence why I have the machine, or I would do some, the neutral grip on the specialty bar for the bench. I just wasn't able to do them. So over those years, I had to change my whole incline bench around to where I had to go from bringing it all the way back, running my shoulders to where I'm a little bit more neutral now. And I had to build that weight up. I was repping 120s at one point in time. I was doing like 15, like 20 reps. I probably could put a video on there as well, but now take it a little lower. I try to match whatever my flat is to my incline, but it'll be some pounds off. So, 90s, but yeah, I had to start from scratch just to change the way that I was holding the dumbbells, man. But you live to learn. And when you get a little older, you can be like, oh yeah, I'm just trying to maintain. I hated hearing that. But I am saying that now to justify my weakness. So yeah, give people grace. Some people don't know no better, man. Some people, their only connection to you, like if you guys have history, is what you're doing now. And they'll say all type of crazy stuff to still be connected. That's why, like, not to keep harping on social media. Social media gets messy as well. Because somebody will have your number for years. And instead of like text message you or calling you or just even like DMing you or Facebook Messenger, just, hey man, what you think about this? Or you should do this. They purposely put it in a comment so people can see it. They do. So people can see, like if they say something slick, people can see that they flash on you. And if they out here telling somebody that, man, you out here, man, might be out here wilding out, they expect you to be that person that they described you as. Don't fall for it. I ignore a lot of that stuff, man, that I, see now, like on YouTube, but like on like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, like I said before, it's people that I knew. And I'm like, well, you got my number. You could have said that thing, but you gonna try to, we supposed to be cool, and you gonna try to say this so strangers, hey man, da da da, and they'll have like the laughing emoji. Ain't nothing that funny. Ha ha, all capital letters. Nah, it's messiness. So give them grace, keep that in mind, and ignore it. And the fact that I'm not about to be arguing with you about something that I've achieved, that's enough. It's not the other way around. I don't comment on anybody's post. I don't tag you or nothing like that. I said a name, Roland, yesterday, but I don't really say names because I don't want to give people the green light that you're probably accepting that type of stuff. So that's how I rock with it. So yeah, on my incline, even though I do incline dumbbell and I do regular like incline grip, I also use this for neutral grip. Just gives me the extra movement, different part of my chest. I love this machine, man. I had the GMWD 3-in-1. It was just so wide, but they got a new one. But now that I got this, I can't even. I've been seeing people do reviews on it, man. It's been pretty cool, but nothing that I want. And like, yeah, I always say give them grace because they probably ain't done it. They haven't done it. You know how many people I see giving fitness advice that ain't fit? And it's just like, that's like, you can see features now. Like when I was a drinker, I would gain the weight here. And my love handles, man, I could look at certain foods and gain weight. So, I don't take advice from people that haven't done what I'm trying to do. And I'll give you grace. I'm not about to be going back and forth with anybody on social media, critiquing me on something I'm doing that they haven't done. What am I supposed to do with that? You're giving me criticism or you have a judgment about something you haven't done, but you picked up that information from somebody else that was doing it. And then instead of applying it to what you're doing, you're going to project it on the others as like you're the expert. No, I'm not going to do that. So I'm not going to talk to anybody about like I say, how much cardio I should do, if I should do circuits or not. My education, it was free. So if you don't have a doctorate degree and you have criticism, now I'm gonna say I always take insight, because when you're a scholar, you can always learn, man. Why do you think I have 10 degrees and 30 certificates and certifications? Because people put me on, and I know you can always learn. That's why I like certifications, because you have to renew those joints. But if you ain't did nothing, I'm talking nothing, I'm not gonna even entertain it. Now, if you ask me, and I've done something that you might, you're thinking about pursuing, I got you. Even if you critique me before in an adverse way, I'm just not gonna, our relationship will be different, but I think some people was like I was. You just out here wilding out because you're unhappy. Sorry. Yeah, so give them grace. And what's crazy is, when you do that, you ain't even got to say, I told you so. People probably be thinking I'm going to say that stuff, man. You ain't got to tell nobody you told them so, like, especially if it's like life changer for them. You can give them a look. Like if you see them somewhere, they done lost some weight, they stopped drinking, they got lean, you can be like, But yeah, I don't tell nobody that, because I'm selfish. I want people to be where I'm at, because I can't sit here and talk to you about everybody else stuff all the time. I only know so much about like celebrity gossip. I still keep up with the Clippers. I'm a Clippers fan, but I got XM radio, so I know the latest and greatest based off the alerts I get. Outside of that, man, I'm not about to be arguing with anybody about who the GOAT is in their life when it comes to their goals and the bag that they made. If it's something that I'm trying to do, I'm going to pick from that. I'm going to use that. But I'm not about to, man, this person is the GOAT, and I'm the GOAT in my life. Does that sound like standoffish? Probably. But I get one life, man. And I'm not about to just be, man, I had wrote a paper one time, man, and I had went completely off topic on that paper. It was like one of those rare things, man, like a psychology class. I took a psychology class. And it was just, the name of the paper was called The Outsourcing of Emotions and Standards. And I thought I was about to bomb that thing, but I was so passionate about this paper, and I did well on that paper. I still got it. Like, I saved a lot of papers. And it was just how we will outsource our goals, our believing in ourselves about attempting goals, and our emotions. And I mentioned on another video, how we'll look at these athletes and go, he ain't got no killer instinct, but we ain't got no killer instinct. We don't be having it. When it comes to the very things you need to do in order to see success, we're not doing it, because there's a reason why, supposedly, right? We will outsource all this onto somebody else. And then be like, we. And I know that's going to bother a lot of people, when it comes to sports teams. Man, we doing this year. Now they are. They're getting that check. You can too. You can do well out here. You might not be a millionaire, but I don't consider wealth as, honestly, me being the richest. I think if I won the lottery, somebody cut my brakes on my family, man. Hey, I'm sitting there pushing on my brakes. Let me get some of that money. But my wealth is my health. My wealth, you could tell by what I invested in this garage. My wealth is the time that I took to invest in those avenues for my free education, because it contributed to my career field, which added to what I needed to pay for everything in here. I think I lost count. I still got like 4 more. And people will see that stuff, that you working towards something. And because we so dang lazy, we'll become lazy haters. Like, if you're going to hate on somebody because of an outcome or a goal, you got to go back. You got to go back to everything they did and hate on every one of those things. Man, you decided to go to the military. Use those benefits to put yourself through college and get those certs and certificates. Man, my first job out the military, I was making $38,000 a year, but I needed that higher ed experience. So at the end of the day, I didn't care. But I also think, personally, the military can be a life hack. So I retired. I got what comes with that. But I had to work at National University in order to get the experience so I could put more on my resume. I didn't have a degree in higher ed. So working there, they paid for my third master's degree in higher ed. You got to go back and hate on all that before you say, man, must be nice to have that gym. Well, my career, I was able to pursue different jobs based on my education and in my experience in order to get the bag. Am I balling out of control? Absolutely not. But if you're going to hate on everything. I'll accept it more. Don't look at the end result or the physique after 26 years of doing this and me telling you I don't drink and I don't eat like crap and hate on that. Ah, youngster. Hey, they don't know no better. So yeah, give them grace. Give them grace. Share the blueprint. Move on. It is popular not to like stuff nowadays. They got YouTube channels about stuff. And it don't be having nothing to do with me. So I don't even look at it. You know, and you ever have somebody come up to you and what you doing this weekend, man? Me and the family about to go see this movie. Man, heard it wasn't that good. You seen it? No? Okay. Give them grace. Don't go telling me what you heard was impossible unless I know that you tried it. I need to at least know that you tried it. I remember when I was getting my PHR, this was a while back before they changed it. This is a professional in HR certification. I was in the Navy and I wanted to work in either HR or higher ed or a HR position at a college. So I said, I already had the master's in HR. I'm gonna get this cert and I'm gonna articulate what I did in the military and try to get out here and be marketable. And I was talking to this one dude. I was like, yeah, I'm about to use Navy Cool. Navy Cool, credentialing online. It's like free certifications. It depends on your job, but at the time, it might have changed. But at the time, if you did a collateral duty, like an extra duty outside of your job, you could justify why you wanted this certification. So I was a departmental career counselor. It allowed me to get the APHR and the PHR. The APHR was a new one. It was the Associates in Professional Human Resources, but that wasn't going to be the one that I was standing on. I hate taking those exams because it's like detonating a bomb, right? I can run 1.5 miles in 9 minutes for my age. But if I know that I'm being timed, my stomach started hurting. But I told this person I'm about to take the exam. He said, man, I heard that's like a such and such % pass rate. I said, okay. Me ain't worried about that? No, because I haven't taken it. I'm not in that percentage. And I took it and I passed. So what does that make me? I'm telling you what it makes you. It makes you showing off. Because it's popular not to like things. And when I told him, I passed it. Man, was it easy? Oh, so now you're discrediting how I studied for 4 months for this exam. Like, I'm telling you, man, put yourself in a position to where you're not arguing with folks. You know, give them grace and get after it. Get after it. I told you, I want to be somebody that a younger version of me would feel that they can go to for insight, for suggestions, for tips. By being that, I think I can be that to the world. That don't mean you're going to like me. But if I'm showing you every day, even when you get tired of it, I'm showing you that it's possible, that's one. That's one example. Outside of that, I don't care. You're not going to see me get on social media telling you not to do something that I've never tried. That's asinine for me. I've seen it. Some people might be looking out for you, but I don't think I'm looking out for you that way. Give them grace. And if they say something silly, just be like, youngster. Or if it's a woman, lady. So I talked your ear off enough for today. Let me finish this workout. See you tomorrow, probably.